So now I'm going to grab my other brush and open up my shake and open up my liquid latex with the glitter in it. Yeah, this part's dry enough to do that. Yeah, okay. And now here's a comparison. This is way thicker. It doesn't drip as well, but I'm just gonna start up here on my fingertips because it'll look more pale and like the tips of icicles and snow on a mountaintop. And let's see, cover the fingertip, and pretty much that's what you're gonna see. It's thicker, so it actually has that fresh fallen snow appearance almost to it. And I'm gonna wait on that finger because it's not dry yet. But now I'm gonna do the thumb. The key is not to press hard, because if you already have a layer of liquid latex underneath, if you press too hard, it might come loose, and you don't want to deal with that. And now, oops, shouldn't have used this brush, it's a bit too big for the container. But hopefully before the convention I'll actually be able to find some of that fake snow I talked about earlier, because that would definitely complete this look. Let's see now. Whoops. The key is to do thick on the fingertips and then just thin it out around the rest of the hand in order to give it more contrast and just give it that icy look. And you don't even need to cover the whole thing with the thicker glitter-based liquid latex, but you can if you want to. It all depends on how much time you have and what you're really going for. I've actually considered doing this for a Killer Frost cosplay as well, but I'm not sure about having the glitter near my face. I feel like that could probably end badly. See, now it's looking more icy than just blue. And we're gonna continue that. Now, if this happens, like, see the hole? You can just cover that up. But be careful to be gentle around that area because you don't want to cause more damage to it. So just, like, gently fill it in rather than going very heavily on it because you don't want to loosen that further. Now we'll just continue spreading that thinly over the rest of the hand where it's dry. This shouldn't take too long to dry. Give it about 10-15 minutes and you should be good. Just don't try to touch any fabric or anything with this hand. It helps if you're going to a convention to have a friend with you to help you with stuff, because you'll essentially only have one hand to do things with if you don't want to mess up this prosthetic. Now we're getting more of that ice look. Now the difficult part I'm going to hold off on for a little bit because those icicles still aren't dry yet, but we're going to tip the icicles with this pretty thickly. Now I'm just going to go around the edge of my hand, and normally the inside of my palm would have the icicles too, but for the sake of time and not boring everyone to death, I've decided to just do the few on the back. I normally do the sides and the inside as well. So just coat, and it doesn't have to be completely covered in this second layer because having that difference will actually make it look more icy, and it'll just look more interesting overall. but you just want to make sure it's on thick enough where it's not going to fall apart with motion. And here we go. And we just, if you see any spots with skin showing through, definitely cover those back up, because you don't want it to look too much like your actual hand. Oops. Oh, and if you accidentally bump into the liquid latex on an icicle while it's drying, you can always just touch that up with some more of the blue. So just coat that and you're good to go. And sides of your hand. Yeah, this method's much better because it doesn't have glitter everywhere. It doesn't look quite as shiny and bright, but it also isn't going to leave a trail of glitter everywhere you go. So, trade-offs. Right, there we go. And it's mostly covered at this point. Just need to finish off the edges. And now for the icicle tips, you're gonna want a smaller brush, which I need to grab because I forgot. And 1 minute, I will be right back. Unfortunately, I have no way of editing this, so I'm sorry in advance. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a smaller brush in order to do the tip. Okay, this is a much softer, smaller brush, and to do the tips, just gently do the same thing you did last time, just a bit more gently now. And the goal is to mainly get the tops of the icicles to add some contrast there, like that. Dip again, and next one, and just continue it till you're all done. You definitely, it's better to have more liquid latex on the brush than less. So if you think it's a little bit dry, just go ahead and dip it again. And if your icicles come loose, just wait till they dry and then glue them back on. It's not worth messing up the whole thing just to fix one icicle. So just wait till they're dry and then put a dab of glue on and glue it back on where it belongs. And so now it's a nice icy color throughout. If you see any more patches that aren't quite how you want them to look, just touch them up and you should be good. And this is so easy to remove. You just peel at the edge and it should come off in a few pieces easily. And it shouldn't be painful, but make sure you shave your hand if you have any hair there at all, because it'll feel like waxing but without any painkiller. So just, that's a warning there. Unless you want to rip off the back of your hand, which I would not recommend. And a bit more there. And for the sake of this video, this is pretty much done. I hope the tutorial helped. If you have any questions or comments, just feel free to message me. Have a great day.